Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So recently, some of you might know that we have started doing a new activity. It's called No Code App Sprint. So many of you are small business owners and you're looking to get some automation to power your businesses and you struggle to find developers. And we are providing that exact solution that if you're not a technical person and if you're not a developer, we can help you build apps without any coding. And we have also launched an AI powered agent, which helps you get this done very, very quickly and very simply. So in these no code app sprints, what we are going to do, if you want us to build your app, you just go to a link. I'll share that link in the description of this video. You go to that link, you book a call with us. We'll try to build your app in 1 hour. And whatever we build is completely free of cost. After the call, we'll hand it over to you so you can take it forward. So to kick it off today, we are joined by Monali Lodha. So I know Monali because my son goes to a school that she has started. So Monali is my son's teacher. She is running a school. And recently in a parent-teacher meeting, I found out that she was facing some problem that could be solved with some simple automation. So that's why I asked her to be on this call and to help us demonstrate the capabilities of our AI tools. And we can see whether or not the tools that we are creating are able to solve real world problems. So I will request Monali to tell us a little bit about herself, about the school, and also what kind of problems she's facing, which maybe we could solve using some automation.
Thank you, Pushkar. So about myself, it's funny, I was once a software engineer. And it's been long since I've done any sort of coding work. And for the past 5 years, I've been completely working on the school front. Um, the name of our school is Radiance Foundation. It's an alternative learning space where we don't have textbooks, we don't have the usual classrooms and benches and everything. Children follow their own lead and work on things that interest them. Of course, within a loose structure, but largely it is based on what the interests of the child are. So this year we started with grade 3, and Pushkar's son is one of our grade 3 students. One of the challenges that I've been facing is, and because we are a small organization without dedicated resources for managing accounts and communication with parents and things like that, usually the workload becomes much higher during the times when the fees are due. And the reason is we follow a sliding scale. So some parents pay full fees, some parents pay part of the fees based on their financial abilities. And so one thing is keeping track of all of that, informing them when the due dates are due, sending reminders. Let's say if they've made partial payment, or if they want to pay in installments, then keeping track of those installments and reminding them when it's time. Yeah, and apart from that, once they've paid, then updating that in the system again. So those are some of the things that I hope we can work on today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. So, I mean, I had some prior understanding of what we were working on. So, again, I'll just restate it. So,
Yeah.
making sure we are on the same page.
Yeah.
So we have different students. Different students could have different fee payment structures.
Yes.
We want to track their fee payments. And if some of their payments are due, we want to remind their parents that you need to make these payments. And if they've done the fee payment, we need to mark them as paid, so they don't get any more reminders. Um, Yes, the one interesting thing that I missed was it could come in installments. Those fees could come in installments. So we need flexibility to mark like partially paid or what,
Correct.
how much is pending. So even before while I was preparing for this call, I managed to write down a prompt for building an app. So we can go through the prompt. Maybe if there are any corrections needed, we can make the corrections, and then we can go to our no code app builder. We can try to build our app using this prompt. So I'll just try to go through it. I'll try to read it out loud. So what I'm going to tell AI to do is I'm going to tell it that I want to build a finance management app for our school. And just because I wanted good looking UI, I like HubSpot for CRM. So I'm going to ask it to use user interface and color scheming, which is similar to HubSpot.
Okay.
If you're not particular about any UI, you could skip this, or you have any other references in mind, you can always change that. So I'm assuming that we are good to go with this, if it's okay.
Yeah.
And then then I try to elaborate the required functionality. If we are very clear in what we want from AI, it will give us a better output, because AI can so from our work experience, what we understand is AI can go into multiple directions and it can be very effective if we are properly able to direct it, or able to properly direct it, right? So that direction becomes very important. So the more we can articulate, the better output we'll get. So that's why I try to articulate it. Let's see if we can get into even more details. So what I'm going to say is create records for students. So like we said, we are going to have multiple students, and each of these students would have primary and secondary contacts. So maybe two parents, so we would have primary and secondary emails. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to say email and phone.
Okay.
Just to be clear, so AI gives us email for sure, and phone maybe optional. I could say phone could be optional. And then so we'll have primary and secondary contacts for each student. Then we'll add fee records for each student, or upload fee schedule using a CSV file. So in the initial build, I'm going to skip this. This could take a while. This can get complex. I'm going to skip it, but later on we can definitely add it. So initial build will keep it very simple. And then each student will have to pay tuition fees and bus fees. So because those are the two categories of fees that I understand that I pay for my son. Is there anything else that we need to add here, Monali, apart from tuition and bus fees?
That's
That
about
covers it, right? So each student could have tuition fees, bus fees. Bus fees, I could say it's optional. It could be zero for certain. I'm just going to say optional. Yeah, I understand that. So I'm just going to rephrase it. I'm going to say it's optional. Bus fees is optional. Bus fees optional. And each fee record will be mapped to first and second semester of each educational year. Is that right? First and second semester? Or do we
Yes.
need better wording here?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Each fee record, I'm a little confused about
Okay.
what fee
So
record is.
how what I had in my mind was we have a student, and for each student, we can create multiple fee payment records. Like for example, let's take Adit. For Adit, if you're going to make 4 payments in the current educational year, we create 4 fee records. And then we can track if those fee records, I'm just calling it fee records, like fee payments. It's like invoices.
Got it.
So then we can track whether those are paid or not paid. So those
Got
are fee records.
Yeah. So for most of the students, this works. For some, there will be multiple fee records based on the number of installments.
Got it. But so the way we are structuring it, it will create multiple fee records, but they will be mapped to first and second semester.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Got
Or
it. Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
So there will be multiple fee records.
Okay.
You for first semester, you could have multiple fee records because we are not putting any restriction there.
Okay.
And then each fee record will have a payment due date.
Got it.
Okay. And each fee record let's also put a status value there. Will have status, which is unpaid. I'm just going to keep it simple, unpaid and paid.
Okay.
Paid, or do we say partially paid? Let's also keep partially paid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And add remarks for each fee record as well. So if it's partially paid, you can update remarks that how much has been paid.
Okay.
Okay. So so then this is slightly technical. So because we have multiple students and multiple fee records, in the database, we need 2 data tables. So a lot of our users, audiences are non-technical people, so they need to understand this. If we tell AI what kind of backend data structure we are building, it will do a better job for us. So that's why I'm explicitly stating that we'll have 2 data tables for students and fee records. If you don't understand these data tables, databases, it's okay. You can just specify the functionality. AI will do its best to help you. But if we do specify it, we can expect a more robust output. So that's what I'm going to say. These data tables is what we need, and then we need these pages. So this is what I had in mind. Just to keep it simple, I wanted a page where we display all the students. So on the dashboard, we'll see all the students in a table, and we will also have a form to to add new students. I'm going to also ask for display students in a table with edit and delete buttons. Sometimes AI can add it on its own, but rather it's better to be explicit that I want edit and delete buttons. And then we need another page for student details. So basically, if I click on any student, I should be able to view, edit, delete student records. So if someone has left the school and I want to delete them, or someone got accidentally, some student record was accidentally created, I want to delete them. or edit them, I should be able to do that. And I should be able to view fee history for that student. And then I want a page for fee records where we can create and manage fee records. So it will just be a page. These fee records are similar to invoices. So we create these fee records and then we put a due date against them, and we want to manage them. We want to delete old records, and we want to select some of them as paid, as set some of them as paid. And then I'm going to ask AI to create an automation workflow to send email reminders to primary and secondary contacts, email addresses. And then I'm also specifying. So this again, we can change this. So so what I had in mind was, let's send them a reminder 10 days before the due date, 5 days before the due date, on the due date, and 5 days after the due date. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay. Would it skip the reminder if they've already paid?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's also explicitly state that create an automation email reminders for email addresses for unpaid fee records. So it's very clear. We will filter for fee records with unpaid status, and delayed payments will get flagged to school admin.
Yeah.
So school admin, I'm just going to put my own email for now. Maybe later on we can change it. And like I mentioned, in the initial build, I'm going to skip the CSV functionality. Later on, we could add it.
Yeah.
So if this looks okay, I'm going to copy it and let's go to Fuzen. So I'll go to my Fuzen dashboard. And so once I go to Fuzen dashboard, I should see the app. So this is the link where you can go to build your app with AI. So here I've built multiple simple apps for demo purposes earlier. So whenever you want to build a new app, just click on this, build a new app, and enter your prompt here and hit enter. So now we can see how it works. So it takes a little time. First, it will try to understand what we are trying to build. It will try to understand the functionality that we are trying to build. It will first check if it's buildable within Fusion, because sometimes people try to build different kinds of software like games, mobile apps, and Fusion is not really suited for that. It's mostly meant for business process apps like CRM or business process automation.
Okay.
So if anyone is looking to build a game or a mobile app, this may not be the most suited platform. But if you're looking to build something which helps your internal team with reminders, with invoice creation, with basic CRM, project management, inventory management, those kind of apps, business apps, then this is the best platform.
I'm just wondering whether we can also, maybe in future, automate the way we do observation records for students every day.
Right.
Yeah.
The things that which you were doing on Transparent Classroom.
Correct. Correct.
Are you still using that?
Yeah, we're still using that system.
Okay. So AI is good when you want a very customized solution. So which you should be able to see that this gives you a lot of flexibility.
Right.
Which is not there in pre-built SaaS applications. And this is helpful for small businesses, where because most of the SaaS applications might be built considering the enterprise customer and their needs. But small businesses have very custom needs, where you where you struggle to find suitable solutions. So that's where this can be useful. So the whole intention of this call is to show you the capabilities. And if you think that this can be helpful in future, then you have your hands on the tool and you're free to use it. So while we are talking, we can see that it has built the pages that we required. And you can also see in the left-hand side menu, it is building a tool called Finance Manager. And we had requested for two data tables, one for students and another one for fee records. So this is what I meant by fee records. So each fee record will be mapped to a student, will be mapped to a semester, payment due date, status, and remarks. It has missed a very important field, which is amount. So yes, so we'll ask AI to add that.
Yeah.
It should be able to add that. And now it has also created a workflow. So things that AI has created is it created a data table, it created these pages, students, student details, fee records, and it also created automated a workflow for automated fee reminder emails. So let's see what it has done. So from here, we can go to the menu, and this is the students dashboard. So there is a table to display the students, and there is a form to add the students, and I can collapse and expand this form.
Mm.
So okay, so and the interesting thing about AI is it will not create very. I mean, every time I enter the same prompt, I'll get a different outcome
Mm.
because AI is very random in that sense. So this is something that I am seeing for the first time, that this kind of collapsible form, I mean, created by AI. So let's try adding a record. I'll add my own son's name, Adit, and I'll put my own email here so I can check if the workflow is working. Skip these things, tuition fees. I wasn't expecting this to be here, but anyways, I'll put some number here and I'll put some number here. I'll add so. Okay, something went wrong. It didn't save the record. Let me ask AI to check. So while it works on that, I'm going to check if the other things are working. Like if I delete something, is it working? No, delete is also not working. I will need to ask that.
So these tables were pre-populated by AI, is it?
This is some dummy data that AI creates just to give you a sense of what it has built. It will create some dummy data. This is just dummy data, AI generated. So I will just check if this is working. Okay, so this is working. This is working. Let's see if okay, so delete is not working here as well.
Wow, please check and fix.
Sometimes it does the whole thing correctly the first time. Sometimes if it starts to get some errors, it will get stuck in a loop. Then what I find, it's best to just go back and build everything from scratch. So I'll just take my prompt, I'll go back to and it just takes 5 minutes. So I'll take the same prompt and try to rebuild it. So let's see what it says. It's not making any changes from here.
You have to maybe specify that when you add a student, add a new unique ID per student or something, or would it?
No, it does understand that. So another way we have to fix this is, so this is what we'll try. If it doesn't work, we'll just rebuild it. So I'm just going to tell I not see. My guess is it has created some code, but this is the code. I can see I can fix it, but it has created some incorrect configuration within the form. Okay, so at least it says that it has made some change. I will check if it actually working. Yes. So when we tried from somewhere else, it worked. So it's not a predictable software. It's AI. It's very can be very creative. Can be very random at times. So you just need to. It's like any human. I mean, even if we tell someone to do a
Right.
thing, they'll not do the exact same thing the exact same way. So that's how we have to get used to when working with AI. So the other thing that I needed improved was deleting. Now, while it does this, because we are limited on time, this could take a while to fix. So
Okay.
because we are limited on time, what I'm also going to try in parallel is I'm going to just copy this prompt and paste it and build a new app. So we can also see how different kind of app we get the second time. And maybe the very first time it will work properly. So let's try that as well while it's fixing this.
Is it learning from what it has built before? Not really.
I mean, yes, but in batches. So we make the data or the examples that we have. I mean, there are different layers to this solution. So there is the underlying AI model, which is coming from the AI providers. So their AI is constantly improving, constantly learning. They release new models every few months. And on top of that, we also have to teach those models how to do certain things. So what we have here, this is basically an AI agent. It uses the AI model, for the basic AI model to do certain things. So that we have to teach the AI agent to do. So we are teaching the AI agent, and the AI providers, they're teaching their models. But it is improving very fast. So not sure it started working on this. The other important thing that I would like to highlight is anyone who signs up on Fuzen, they'll get, so right now you can see we have used something like 100,000 tokens. So anyone who signs up gets 250,000 tokens just to start playing with it. If you want any more tokens, you can just buy them. So 1 million tokens cost roughly $9. And for building an app like this, you don't need 1 million tokens. You need like 100,000, 200,000 tokens. So if you have 1 million in $10, maybe you can build 5 apps like this.
Right.
Um, so it's also very, very cost effective. If you're running a small business, you want to build your own CRM, you want to build your own project management. Instead of paying someone like HubSpot, you can build your own HubSpot.
Right.
So this is something that it's building the second time around. So second time when I entered the prompt, the look and feel it's similar, but you can see the structure itself is very different. The UI is different.
Right.
And let's see if it got the database correct this time. It's actually much better.
Yeah.
It's much better. It's much better this time. So maybe we can just use this app.
Yeah.
Here also you can see just 39,000 tokens, 40,000 tokens. It's very inexpensive. So if you get your first prompt right, it will do the first job very correctly. First time it will do it very correctly. So you don't need to tweak it a lot.
Yeah.
I think
And
while
where
it,
will this app be hosted?
yes, so this is by default, it's hosted on Fuzen.
Got it. Okay.
So if you visit Fusion's website, there are different tiers. In free tier, so something like for this app, free tier is more than good enough. So on free tier, you can host maybe 5, 10 apps like this, like free reminder apps. So free tier is good enough for that. If you have a small business where you have 10 people glued to their screens using apps heavily every day, then maybe you need a paid plan. But other than that, you don't. For medium businesses, you might need paid plans, but for small businesses where you are sporadically using these apps, you don't need more than free plan. So second time around, we have built this kind of app. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
So if I go to students, let's see if the workflows how they work. So there is some basic search function. Let's see if I'm able to add student record. And
Does the grade have to be a numerical value or something?
maybe. So while it's trying to fix the delete buttons, we can also go to the workflow. So this is the workflow that it had created the first time around. And yeah, so in any app, just for those people who don't understand the app basic app architecture. So we have in any app, we have the database, we have UI pages, and for server side functionality, we have these server side workflows. So if we go to because we want to send email notifications periodically, there is no one triggering these or no one is clicking a button, send email notification. So they have to be triggered. So these are server side workflows. So they get created under the workflows tab. So you can find the workflow here. So this is the workflow that we will use for sending email reminders for delayed fee payments. So when we go here, we can see that this is the workflow that has been created. We can delete this. We can edit it with AI. We can test the workflow, and these are workflow settings. So for this workflow, now AI has generated these workflow settings. So what is the sender email? I'm going to use my own email for now. My email is connected with Fuzen. I'm going to use my name as sender name, and I'm going to tell it that I'm going to use the Gmail as a preferred email client. Let me save this. And this is the code that AI has created. This is the workflow code. So if I'm a developer, I can also see this. And if I want to make any changes, I can easily make the changes and I can then test it. So if we get an error, many times we'll get an error in the first run. So it will either show up here or we'll get an email alert if something goes wrong. So let's see. Okay, so no error, but this is what it did. Fetched, and we also see logs. So whenever it runs a workflow, we see logs. So it fetched unpaid and partially free records, and it found 2 records.
Yeah.
Then it said this is the date when the workflow ran. Created student. So we have 4 students in our database. So it found 4 students. Admin emails. So it actually tried to fetch the admin emails from the database, but it's not there in the database, so it got nothing. Personalized email content. So this is the personalized email content for a student. Prepared emails. So I think the workflow did work, but these are all dummy email addresses. So that's why it didn't, it might have been triggered, but as far as I can see, the workflow has functioned, but all of these are dummy emails. So if we can correct these records, we can actually try to send email to myself, which I will try.
Yeah.
While what's happening here seems there must be the second one is, it looks better, but it's not working. So what we can also do is, if we go to edit with no code page builder, we can go to an individual page, and there we can ask it to edit. So sometimes it does better via this prompt. Okay, so we'll just save the page. It says that it has edited something and fixed the delete buttons. So let me check. Okay, so it's working. So I can delete some of these records. Also try to edit this. So editing is simple. If I want to edit this, I can edit from here. And yes, from here I can update the student. The problem that I had was I wasn't able to create a fee record for that. So let me try to do that. First semester, due date, I'll put today's date. It's unpaid. Okay. It doesn't show the student name, so it's confusing. Right, fine. I think this is the record that I just added.
Yeah.
I'll try to delete these if they work. Okay, so it doesn't work for now, but there is a simple fix. We just have to go to edit with AI. Maybe it'll take 1 or 2 tries. We have to ask AI to make sure that these delete things work. And yeah, then we also have a button where we can mark these things as paid. Okay, so this also doesn't seem to be fully working right now. We just have to ask AI to fix it. So what I'll do is, again, I'll try to rerun the workflow. So in these workflows, we have different settings. Like each workflow could be scheduled or could be triggered. So here we are using a simple scheduled workflow. It's scheduled, it's active. So we could also pause it. We could set when it should run next. So if I want to run this at maybe 7 o'clock, I can say that. And then we can save it. So it will run at 7 o'clock. And apart from scheduled workflows, we can also have triggered workflows. But I think we just missed the latest logs. Okay, now we can see unpaid fee records 3, but nothing processed. Student not found for fee record. Okay, because I didn't get an email, we have to maybe again revise this. So I think, I mean, the intention of today's call was to show you the capabilities and just build a basic version. There are some like minor issues like deleting and getting the emails, which we'll fix, but maybe we'll do it afterwards because we have limited time on the call. But these are very minor things, so we can definitely get them fixed, and then we can hand over the working app to you. And if you need any help to change these, update the workflows, we can always help you. Um, if someone knows a little bit of coding, they can also edit the code directly. So even the workflow code or basically the UI code can be easily edited. Most of the times you not need that if you understand where it's going wrong, and if you're able to direct AI properly, it should be able to find its way. But it takes a little time. We have covered a few things in 1 hour that we had, but I think we still have a few minutes. We can still do another test run. But even if it doesn't work, if we don't get an email right away, we can still fix these teething issues, and we can so we will have an app that's working. Sometimes it might take more than 1 hour to fix, 1 hour to get there. But in terms of tokens, it's not a, it doesn't consume a lot of tokens. So even though we have asked AI to do a lot of things, a lot of edits, we're still below 4 lakh, 4 lakh tokens. And uh, for a fairly complex apps, 1 million tokens should be good enough. So let's see if we are, so we'll do this test run and we'll see how it works this time, because it has revised something. Let's see. So after the call, what I'll do, Monali, I have your email address where this meeting, I mean, the email address that you used to book the meeting. So what I'll request you is you'll have to create an account on Fuzen. So fuzen.io is the website. You need to go there, log in as a user. So I will have your user account, and then we transfer the ownership of this app to your account.
Sounds good.
And you can, I mean, it's very basic. I don't imagine that you'll need any help to use this, but if you do, you can always message me. I'll put you in touch with our team, and if there is any help needed in getting started, we'll definitely help you out.
Thank you, Pushkar, and looking forward to it.
Okay. I don't think this test is yeah,
No, no worries.
no, it's not working, but it might be taking some time. But in any case, we'll just, we'll get this fixed, and as soon as it's shooting emails, the reminder emails, we'll hand it over to you. So what you have to do from your end is just create an account, and we'll transfer this app to your account.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Yes.
Monali, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the call. All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.